man.
All right, guys, welcome to another show of Sibling Rivalry. I am Lynn.
I'm the other guy on the show. You're like really quick to say names. All right, so I guess I'm Ray in the rivalry.
Yes.
You're
Lynn.
so quick to say names. I thought we were really going to be anonymous.
Well, how can we be anonymous if our names are in our title?
It was like a play in our names.
Yes, that people know. We have to let people know that's a play on our name. They're just like, oh my God, these guys can't spell.
Yeah, no, we're being shocking and provocative. That's why we spelt it that way.
All right, so today's episode, we are going to be talking about...
I got this. Corona.
Okay.
Haters.
I can talk about that.
And socks. Yes. Socks.
I can talk about socks.
And every time I say that, you see how my voice changes because I'm pulling up my leg. We need cameras. We need videos. Because I'm like, socks. And it's lime green, bright socks. Just
Those
obnoxious,
nice socks.
just like out there, crazy ass socks. But that's the last thing I want to talk about because I want to end it on a good note.
All right, so we're starting with the coronavirus.
Yeah, corona. So
2020.
Yo, I never thought I would officially be a prepper, but
Pandemic.
I am. I'm a prepper. I'm signed on. I'm on board. I've been shopping. I've been like loading up on water.
Yes.
Loading up on rice.
Mm-hmm.
Canned chicken. Cleaning supplies.
Canned chicken.
Canned chicken, yeah.
Like tuna chicken?
No, like canned chicken. And it's good for like 3 years.
Yeah, but it's like a tuna texture, right?
I guess. It's still chicken, though.
Okay.
Or they say it's chicken. Maybe chicken rat. It's chicken rat or something, but yeah.
Okay. I mean, there might be 1% chicken in there.
Yeah, because everybody's like, yo, get this. And I was like, nah.
Mm-hmm.
I just broke it down to like my basic instinct. Arroz con pollo.
Okay.
That was it. I'm gonna stock up on rice, which if rice, you store it in a dark, cool place.
Yep.
Airtight.
Mm-hmm.
Rice can be stored for like ever.
Yeah, it can.
Yeah, it can last forever. And it's great, It's just like, okay, just a little bit of water, heat it up, boom, eat it. That's it.
Yeah, I went to the dollar store this past weekend.
Mm-hmm.
I grabbed some, just like over-the-counter things, some aspirin, the nasal spray. Because,
mm-hmm.
I mean, once you...
Cleaning supplies?
I grabbed cleaning supplies. I grabbed extra wipes, hand sanitizer.
Sold out everywhere.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
I grabbed the last 2 bottles that the dollar store was at.
I grabbed like 5 of them.
Yeah.
Because I went early.
Mm-hmm.
I grabbed wipies, like cleaning wipies.
Yes.
I got like cleaning, like bleach. I was like, oh man, I'm getting tons of stuff. I was like, I'm prepping now.
Yeah.
And like, I was talking to my buddy because he's like hardcore prepper. Like he goes to the meetings and everything, and he gets the things he needs to do.
All right.
And he was like, yo, giving me some tips on like what to get and stuff like that. But it's it's a double-edged sword because it's like you're thinking about all these scenarios.
Yes.
Like what could go wrong. And I'm not scared of getting sick. I'm scared of the disruption in the supply chain.
Mm-hmm.
Like our everyday day-to-day lives, just everything kind of like just shutting down.
Yes.
Because it's a quarantine or people are sick in the hospitals. Like you can't go to the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
It's max capacity. Like what do you do?
Yeah, so I was learning about that too. Like if you get some symptoms and you start feeling like, oh my gosh, I might have this, don't run to the hospital. Call. Now we have the option of doing like a face-to-face on like your tablet. You could do, a digital visit.
Mm-hmm.
And actually call your insurance now because a lot of insurances offer incentives for a digital visit. They'll give you like a discount on your copay or something like that.
Yeah, and then what I was hearing online too is like stock up on your first aid kit because if you get a cut and you need stitches or something,
mm-hmm.
Glue that, use some butterfly strips or whatever you can do.
Yeah.
So you don't have to go to the hospital because somebody might have it
have it, exactly.
And then you may catch it. Like that's the last place you want to be unless you have to be there.
Yes.
So it's like I said, it's a double-edged sword because it's like I'm running through all these scenarios
mm-hmm.
and it's kind of, I don't want to say I'm panicking, but it is making me nervous.
It is, absolutely.
But then it helps me sleep at night because I'm like, all right, I'm prepared.
I'm prepared, yes.
I did what I needed to do. And now when the pandemonium is breaking because I'm seeing all these photos at Costco's and BJ's and all these like stores where the shelves are like emptied out.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're swamped. They're like people came in. They got the carts. It looks like Black Friday.
Yeah.
Just waiting outside, waiting to get in, and then you see all the shelves and they're bare.
Oh my gosh.
And like that to me, that's more worse than the virus itself.
I believe so.
Because like we're so dependent on society,
Mm-hmm.
and we've been dependent and we've been trained to utilize that whole system, and that system is so delicate.
Yes.
Like one little kink in the system, and boom, that's it. Everything comes down. We're Mad Max in it. We're back. We're back in the dark ages. We're back in like. It's like I don't know. It's
you're
like,
so right. I'm glad that you said though that as you're prepping, you're thinking of your natural instincts, what it is that you actually consume, and that's so important because people are starting to panic and they're buying random shit.
No, just honestly, be a minimalist.
Yes.
This is a time to be a minimalist.
Yes.
Go for your bare essentials.
Mm-hmm.
Protein and some kind of grains. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
I got some stock up on some multivitamins.
Mm-hmm.
Stock up on vitamin C so you can help fight it if you do get it.
Mm-hmm.
But really just leave space because that's the thing. If you buy too much stuff, you're going to run out of space to store it. So I'd rather have space to have more stuff so that I can survive, longer.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say they quarantine me for 30 days. Let's say that, everything stops. How long do you think it's going to be before we get back to how things are today?
Yes.
Another 30, 60 days?
Yeah.
Who knows? So that's why I'm stocking up. The most thing I have is water.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've been stocking up on bottled water because where I live, once power goes out, that's it.
You have no water.
Done. Yeah, I'm done. At least you got plumbing.
Mm-hmm.
You're good.
Yeah, have that city water.
Yeah, exactly.
One of the things, as a woman I'm preparing for is like, make sure you have like your feminine products because, like just because you don't have it right now, you're not expecting it right now. If you can't get to the store during that week, you are SOL.
It's not even wanting to get to the store. If you can avoid the stores, avoid them. Because it's a sad, it is kind of sad because people are laughing at the people who are getting ready.
Yes.
And that's discouraging to hear that because it's like, one, it's not your business.
This is true.
Why do you even care?
Mm-hmm.
And two, why would you find it humorous that people are preparing? Like, are you that dependent on, I don't know. I feel like these are the people that are, when shit hits the fan, they're going to be asking for a handout.
Yes.
These are the people that it's like you had time.
I like your thinking. Yes.
It's like, why are you hating on me because I want to be prepared?
Exactly.
And if nothing happens, all right, you had a laugh on my expense, but you know what? Okay, I have food until August. Yeah. Cool.
And you know what? With the reason why I jumped onto the prepping thing as early as I did is because I'm looking at it as a regular, northeastern winter where they tell you at least once a year we get the alert like, oh my gosh, huge snowstorm, like,
and we get duds.
We're gonna be stuck home. We get duds. And we all go out and the bread aisle is empty and people are just stocking up for that 1 or 2 days.
With the those are the duds. It's sunny and you're like, oh, where's the snow?
Yeah, what happened to the snow?
Oh, it turned or something.
So we just what do we do? We consume that stuff that we bought.
Right, exactly. You're not really losing out on anything.
You're not.
All you're doing is taking a hit now and just using the things later. So now I don't have to worry about going to the store. And that's my point. I'm not worried about getting sick. I just don't want to go to the store.
Yes.
When all the crazies,
things are going to be crazy.
Yeah, when all the crazy are in the stores, I just want to be home watching Netflix.
Yep. Think about Black Friday on steroids.
Exactly.
Because things are limited numbers and people are just like, oh my gosh, I need this item.
Yes. And it's Black Friday with a negative connotation because people are going to the stores. It's Black Friday. It's a Christmas time, that joyous feeling, and people are going there for good intentions. Where this is like, I need to survive. Like, I don't want to be in that.
Nope, not at all.
You will literally see Mad Max in your Walmart. I don't want to be there. I don't want to be. I'll be watching Mad Max on TV.
Oh my god.
But I don't want to be living Mad Max.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I really don't want to have to hit somebody with a baseball bat because I want some beans. No, thank you. It's not that serious for me. It's like, that's why I'm getting ready now. That's it. Do what you got to do now. I'm not buying anything that I can't eat later. One of the guys I watch on YouTube, he was like, If the worst case scenario is that he ends up having Taco Tuesdays for the next 3 months.
Hey,
with all the stuff he bought.
if that's what
with the rice and beans and everything he bought.
It is. Yeah. Yep. Exactly.
It's like that's what he's looking forward to.
Yes.
And really, honestly, it goes to your mindset. So it goes back to the way that you think. Mm-hmm. Are you an optimistic person that can see through every situation in a positive light? Mm-hmm. Or do you have, that negative connotation and that negative energy and that negative outlook where you're just going to be pessimistic? And everything is a burden.
Yeah.
Every day to you is you're just looking for negativity.
There's a lot of people living life like that right now.
Oh my God, that's the way it is.
That's the norm. That's the norm. Yeah.
Yeah. And it stems from everything. It stems from like our movies. It stems from the media. It just stems from everything. I mean, look at the biggest thing in the news is the scare tactics.
Yes.
Is something in your kitchen gonna kill you? Stay tuned. Wait, no, tell me now. I'm using it.
Oh my God.
I might be using it. What is it? No, that is how we are programmed.
It is.
To be in that negative energy, in that woe is me, that victim mentality, and I can't live like that. I really can't. I gotta be positive. Every situation I've been in, the way I can get out of it is by looking at the bright side.
Okay.
And I've been through some shit. I'm not going to say my life is easy, but I don't think my life is that as hard as people make it seem.
Yeah.
Like people exaggerate.
Yeah. I always, I hope for the best, prepare for the worst.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? Like when shit hits the fan, like it's going to hit the fan regardless.
Exactly. Actually, I like your scenario. I like your scenario with going back to the snow. Just make sure you have your shovel.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Like, why would you want to find yourself with no shovel? You got like 3 feet of snow. Oh, shit,
oh my gosh. It was shortly after I bought my house. We had a crazy snowstorm. And I went after the snow had, finished settling to buy some shovels. So I could shovel my whole driveway and everything. I went to 2-3 different stores. Nobody had a shovel.
Sold out. Yeah.
Nobody had one. I mean, I borrowed one from a neighbor.
Right.
But I can't borrow, food for a month from my neighbor. They didn't prepare for me. They prepared for them.
Or bags of salt. There's everything. Like everything, whenever the crisis hits, whatever you think you need, it's going to be
sold out. Yes.
So why put yourself in that predicament?
Yes.
I don't understand.
You know what else I'm grabbing? I'm stocking up on tissues, for those runny noses, toilet paper, just extra TP.
I have extra paper towels. I have extra TP.
Yeah.
I got baby wipes.
Okay.
Which are flushable because, if I lose water, that's the only way we can clean ourselves.
How the hell are you going to flush?
You get water outside.
Oh, like a bucket of water?
Yeah, I'm going to put buckets outside.
Do you have a lake close to you?
No, I can actually. My buddy, shout out to my buddy who's a prepper. Yo, these guys are like MacGyvers.
They think of it all.
They do.
They do.
So there's a hack on YouTube where you can get some common supplies at Home Depot.
Okay.
Some, like piping, PVC piping and all that. And you go to your well, you can open it and you can actually start getting water out of your well.
If your
water pump is dead, you just go out to the well, boom, boom, pull the water out.
That's what's up.
So I'm gonna make that shit. Just because I want to, I never thought of that, and that just makes me it gives me more cool points.
You know what's crazy? I was not for the coronavirus, but just in general, I was looking into some prepping ideas, and they show how you can catch rainwater. So now,
but that's illegal.
That's what I thought.
Yeah,
so I did
illegal.
The research. It's not illegal.
Oh, it's not. It's
not.
Just an urban legend.
Yes, it is.
Oh, okay.
Yup. So now I'm amped. I'm excited.
I was like, yo, that's illegal.
Exactly. That's what I thought. It's not illegal.
And because you got to think outside the box. That's another thing. That's how you will survive. It's always survival of the fittest.
Yes.
But I also think it's survival of not the smartest, but the dude who has common sense.
Yeah.
Be able to think outside the box and analyze the situation, stay calm, be stoic, and figure out your way through that shit.
Yes.
And if you can't go left, go right.
Go right and figure it out.
Right. So I was in Home Depot when I went to go get my mask, and they had these buckets. They had the painter's buckets. They're like $2.
They are. Yeah.
And I was thinking yo, let me just put them out on my deck. Right. We're going into spring, and collect some of this water, and then close it off, and now I have water. so that if the water goes out, I
Mhm.
can flush my toilet.
Yes, there you go.
The basics, you gotta have the basics.
Mhm.
And I'm actually kind of glad that this, in a way, this is me being positive. I'm not glad that there's people dying, but I'm glad that we're actually faced with this challenge.
Like a crisis.
Yes, a crisis.
Yes.
Exactly, a true
Because
crisis.
a crisis is an eye opener.
Yes, to see how you will survive.
Yes.
And I'm telling you right now, if this gets any worse, we're gonna see strong people come out of this. In the sense that people who had low self-esteem are going to be able to elevate because they survived this.
Yes.
In the sense that they thought outside the box.
Yep.
They figured out solutions and they survived.
Mm-hmm.
And this is that's how the saying goes. Hard times make strong people.
Yes.
But we're gonna be better in the long run. I hope, but we'll see.
You know what? I like that. I like that way
You gotta
of
be
thinking
challenged.
about it. Mm-hmm.
You gotta be challenged. Society has made life easy, a cakewalk. And that's why you see so many people, especially with like technology, phones in our hands and everything seeming, much, much easier than it has been in the past.
Uh-huh.
You see a lot of people being drawn to a cause that is just straight up bullshit. People just crying about things that is just not true or just like bullshit.
What do you mean? What? Give me an example.
Like honestly, the safe space in colleges.
Okay.
Like all this, equality that has been touting around. I feel like we had equalities back in the 90s. Mm-hmm. But it's like now we're going into even deeper levels of equality, and it's like, oh, you gotta understand my emotion. Like, I can't even talk about it because I get into that whole voice and that whole weak mantra, and everybody has that victim mentality. And honestly, this is like actually a great segue because today is Super Tuesday, right? You got the Democratic Party.
I don't know what that is, but okay.
Super Tuesday, the Democratic Party. They're supposed to pick their nominee.
Gotcha. All right.
To run against Trump.
Gotcha.
I'm feeling super. Is that what you were thinking? Super Tuesday? I feel super every single day.
I had no clue. I was like, Super Tuesday? Is this like a monthly thing?
You know what? No, because honestly, I said no. I said super, and she's been on a whole momentum, on a whole high.
Yeah.
I've seen you lately. I've seen you. You got that energy. You got that high vibration. So she's like Super Tuesday. I was Super Monday. I was Super Sunday. I was Super Saturday. So I get why you got lost, because she's been on a whole positive vibe lately, and I'm like, ooh, I gotta catch up.
Yeah.
And it's Super Tuesday, right? And the platforms that the Democratic candidates are running on, they're all victim mentality. They're all about handouts and gimmies and woe is me. And none of them, and a lot of them actually, is mostly, they just want to hate. So we can get into the haters.
Okay.
Because I feel like the Democratic Party has evolved to just hating Trump.
Really?
Yeah.
You see, I don't really follow politics, so I don't really know what's going on.
I get that. But you can still feel the hate. You can still feel, that energy through everything else.
I can. You know what? The things I do catch on social media, it is very negative.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But that's my understanding that that's just what politics are. Like, you go negatively after the other candidate, and that's how you win.
It is. But there's always been those candidates that were able to be bipartisan and bring people together.
Okay.
But I don't know, the last 3 years has been heightened and it's been extremely polarizing.
Yes.
And it's, you'll see it on Facebook. It's like every other post is either pro-Trump, against Trump.
I do feel like a sense of division.
Yeah.
It's something that you could just sense.
Yeah.
People are just giving off this aura of just you're the enemy. Either you're with me or you're against me.
And the propaganda, oh my God, the propaganda in Hollywood. And this is a great YouTube idea because I feel like anybody who does either movie or TV show reviews that talks about the programming would be, they would be on point. They'll be killing it. They're like, hey, this is the review for this content. But then let's, spoiler alert, here we go into the programming.
Yes.
Yeah. Because it is intense.
We get into it every now and then. When we see a good movie or just with Disney in general.
Yeah. Disney is big on programming.
Yeah.
And it's all about, the SJWs, which is, social justice warriors, the feminist narrative.
The ladies.
Yep. And now the biggest tout, and I really do hate it, is hate all white people. Like that's the biggest message right now.
Which is ridiculous.
Like they're really tying white people to Nazis.
Come on.
I kid you not. I wish I could pull the clip right now. There's a show on Amazon which I watched. It's called The Hunters. Right. And it's about it takes place in 1970, and it's about their surviving Jews during World War II are now in America. Okay. And they're hunting the Nazis that are living undercover in America. Gotcha. And there's one scene where the one of the hunters is with a little black girl, and he's like, how to spot a Nazi. Right. And he's like, oh, this, and the little black girl keeps saying white people. White people. The little black girl, she keeps saying white people. Okay. White people. White people. And then in the end he goes, well, you do know, and he addresses it, right? Okay. He goes, you do know that not all white people are Nazis. And she goes, yeah, but all Nazis are white. And I'm like, damn, the programming is heavy. Yeah. And then there's a movie, I saw a trailer for a new movie that's coming out where it's rich people hunting people. Okay. I think it's actually called The Hunt. And it was postponed after the last shooting. Okay. So it was pushed back because of, the shooting that happened. And then, now the movie's coming out. And in there, it's like, oh, yeah, all these white people. It's always white people. Gosh. Yeah, and I'm like, why? Why is there...
That's not what we're looking for, though, as a society. As the people who are actually, living, breathing, and just, doing what they got to do to survive. That's not what we're looking for. No. We don't want any hate. No. We don't want... the white people hating on the black people hating on the white people. We don't want to be divided. We have to come together. We have to find that common ground, One of the comedians, watching, he put it best. He's like, we have to find those common grounds. Like, it doesn't matter what color you are. Your heart skips a beat when you feel like you missed a step going down the stairs. Yeah. It doesn't matter what you are on the outside. Like, we have commonalities that can make us stronger, and we can connect with one another through these commonalities. Exactly. And we all have the same struggles too. We all want a decent job so we can feed ourselves and our family. Yes. Right? We want to be, we don't want to be disrespected when we go out in places. Yes. And honestly, deep down inside, people are good. We do want to help. We do. So give us an option to help. But when you pin us together, and then you're taking out of my pocket to give to another pocket, right? It just creates an air of animosity. Gotcha. And it's like, we don't need that. We really don't. We don't need the animosity. We don't. And back in, when government was actually small and communities, and this is what we need to get back to. We need to get back to communities. When communities was the heart. I agree 100%. We had our local police. We had our local fire department. We had our local militia. We were a community. Yes. And this is where the whole saying goes, it takes a village to raise a child. Yes. That was that whole spirit of community. It was, we are connected because we live in the same area. Yes. We know the struggle. Yes. When it snows, we help each other. When it's hot, we help each other. It's like we help each other because we live here. This is our community. And it's like, we got to get back to that. And we got to stop the whole looking at the color of my skin, the obvious shit. Like looking deeper. Judge people individually. Yeah. And if you're not pulling your weight, step up and pull your weight. And if you feel like you have something to pass on, then pass it on. If you've been blessed, pass on your blessings. I like that. I definitely through knowledge, like that energy right there. Through knowledge, or through the physical, even what I have. Because I guarantee that if let's say taxes were to go away. Okay. But we still need to fix our roads. Yes. We still need to help people in poverty. Yes. Right? We still need to help, the sick and the elderly. Yes. I guarantee as a community, if we grew that spirit of community, I guarantee they would all be fine. Yeah. Yeah, because I'm always hearing stories of a guy who goes out there, takes the initiative and starts filling out potholes.
You know, he starts
I've
filling
never
in.
heard
he
that
starts-
story.
Yeah, he starts filling in the potholes, and he has a sign: "Don't pay the taxes, pay me."
Yeah.
And then people come along and they're giving him lunch, they're giving him free coffee.
Mhm.
You know, they're sponsoring him or whatever.
Yo, the story I did hear. It was more like a folklore, like, you know, like a tale.
Yeah.
But it was, you know, like there was like a road leading to like the kingdom, and there was like a really big. It was the opposite of a pothole. It was just like a bump.
Right.
And you know, people would always like hit it, and like their wheels would come off their carriages and crap, and like they would just ignore it. They would make their repairs and continue going.
Mm-hmm.
So one guy stopped, and he was like, "You know what? I'm gonna dig up this hole. I'm gonna fix the road." He dug it up. The king had like buried a bunch of gold.
Oh shit! He found the gold.
He found the gold.
Yeah.
Yep, because he gave a shit about not just himself, but everyone around him.
But listen to that story. That story is telling you exactly. Give a shit about the people around you, and you will be rewarded.
Yes.
And the gold may not be physical gold.
Mm-hmm.
It just may be the acknowledgement and the good feeling you have at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
That feels like, wow, I helped out my community.
You know, I have never felt the sense of community before that I do now, because, you know, I had a house fire a few years ago.
Mm-hmm.
The day of the fire, about 3-4 neighbors came over and they offered their assistance.
Naturally, though. They weren't told. Somebody didn't come knock on the door and said, you gotta help.
Nope.
You're obligated.
Over, they were like, hey, is there
That's
anything
taxes.
I can do to help?
Yeah.
You know, I have a neighbor who he used to mow my lawn in the front. And like, yeah, it was only like a 10 by 10 space, but it doesn't matter. He did that. He put that effort in on his time.
And that's what people don't have to understand.
You know, he's older. So now in the winter, I go over, I help him clean off his van.
But that's what people need to understand, that when you're struggling, you're not doing it alone. People are watching you.
Yes.
You don't think that neighbor saw you coming out of your car with the groceries by yourself and your kids running in and seeing you struggle.
Yeah.
You don't think he looked through the window and was like, okay, we got a new neighbor.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, she got kids. Oh, she's all by herself. Oh, she can't make it. Oh, and then he just came out because he saw that you were a good person.
Yes.
So he was, you know, attracted to that.
Yes.
Connected to that. Because we are connected. We are spiritual beings.
We pick up that energy.
Yeah, we are. Yes, we are balls of energy. That's all we are. So to be able to connect, you know, he saw that you were good people, right? You were quiet. You stuck to yourself. Maybe he saw you were struggling. And he offered to help by any ways he could.
Yep.
And that's why I feel like as a society, we wouldn't fall if government took a step back. But I feel like government has its hands in everything that is just causing animosity, that is just, oh, this is the key, this is the buzzword that I'm hearing now.
Okay.
Manufactured outrage.
What the hell is manufactured outrage?
That's what we have, where everybody's so upset and so angry, posting memes. And it's like, just turn off the news.
Okay.
Turn off the news. Stop being so angry. Why are you so mad?
What was the term? Manufactured?
Outrage.
Outrage.
Yeah, that's the new joint. No, but seriously, you got to understand that we're all connected. You know, hold the door for somebody, not because you're expecting a thank you, but because it makes you feel good.
Yeah.
It's something nice to do.
Yes.
And if somebody opens the door for you, don't be outraged because you're a woman and it's a man. Just say thank you.
Not at all. Just say thank
you. Just acknowledge
keep it
the courtesy and keep it going. But there's so many people that are just upset just to be upset. They like drama.
You know something I'm realizing? Some people will interact with you in that way because that's the only way they know how to interact with you.
I think that's the only way that they feel they should, because of how the programming and the message is right now.
Okay.
I feel if the message was to change. Let's say our leaders came out.
Okay.
Let's say our leaders came out and said, let's be nice, let's do this, let's do that, and actually drove a more positive message. I think everybody else will be more positive. But right now, it's our leaders fighting each other. It's Trump versus everybody else. And those are our leaders, and they're fighting. You're
absolutely right. They're leading by example.
Exactly. It's how kids can feel your energy. It's how dogs can feel your energy. It's how, you know, our pets can feel when you're just having a bad day. They're like, you know, they whimper and they crawl, they run away.
Yeah.
But if they feel like you're open and accepting, they'll come over and they'll lick you and they'll love you and they'll give you all attention, right? Same thing with kids. Like, kids will know when you're just having a bad day.
Yes.
You know, or when you're in a good, happy mood. You know, so it's the same way. It's like, if our leadership change their energy, the rest of the world will be in a better place. I think honestly that's why I say like the 90s were great. I know you don't remember the 90s, but
I
the
don't
90s
really
was
remember
great.
the 90s.
Yeah,
It's
no,
funny. I did remember, like, with the whole coronavirus thing, I did remember the movie Outbreak.
Uh-huh.
And, like, it's funny because I vividly remember the one
monkey?
scene. No, well, I remembered the monkey. He's
Yeah.
the one spreading the, the disease. I had no idea Patrick Dempsey was in that movie.
No.
Like, now as an adult, I'm like, ooh, I like him from, like, Grey's Anatomy.
Yo,
But, like,
I heard
there's
another one called Contagion.
Contagion?
Yeah, that everybody's talking about. Oh, this is just like that movie. I never heard of it, but there's like a whole list of famous people in that movie.
Oh, I gotta look into that.
Yeah,
one.
I gotta watch
no. So from Outbreak, the one scene, like the guy's in the movie theater, he's just hacking up a lung, like he is coughing, and like they show like some like mist come out of his mouth.
Ooh.
And then they follow the particles.
Oh, in the air vent? Yeah, I remember that.
And then it goes into some lady's mouth while she's laughing.
That's how it is, though.
Gives me the heebie-jeebies.
That's how it is, though.
Yes.
Yo, but you know what? I'm also using this as an excuse to buy weapons.
Okay.
Like I bought myself like the machetes.
Okay.
Did you get them?
I grabbed a few. Yes.
Yeah, the $5 machetes at Walmart.
I did.
I got a few of those. But then I was like, ooh, I gotta step up my game because I'm influenced by like the Walking Dead.
Okay.
So I was like, ooh, this is my chance to get a samurai sword.
Hey,
so that's in the mail. That's coming.
Okay.
and I got like it's like about this big. It's like a samurai machete.
Okay.
It's a hybrid of the two.
Nice.
So I got that too. I was like, ooh,
nice.
I'm getting some toys. I might as well shoot. If I gotta go out, I'm going down
you know what? I have been thinking of like the safety factor. I'm actually going to be coming off a video, a few things that you're not thinking about while preparing for the coronavirus. And one of the things is safety in the house. I have those sliding windows. So I have, pieces of wood that I'm going to cut down and put in my window so, like you can't slide them open from the outside.
Right.
I'm changing my curtains because my one window, I have no curtains. I'm just not worried about that right now. But if things get crazy, those are things you have to think about. You have to have curtains in your window.
It's not even that. You know what you got to think about? What happens when friends and family come knocking on your door? Can you turn them away?
That's a tough one.
Can you turn them away?
I mean, you should be able to.
Honestly? Honestly, I will.
Oh, don't say that. I might come knocking on your door.
No, because I already told you to prep and you've been preparing. So honestly, if it's I had to analyze this.
Okay.
It's my mother, my sister, and my kids at the end of the day.
All right.
Right? And so I convinced you, which you got mom.
Yes.
And then I'm going to have my kids. And of course, my kids, they come with the caveat that their mother is going to come along because if shit hits the fan.
If she wants to. She may just send the kids to you.
Well, exactly. That's even better because it's more food. But the way I look at it was like, if shit hits the fan, I don't want to be tension with my ex and then worry about where my kid is.
Yes, exactly.
At least she knows, hey, I'm going, this is the plan, we're going here. I don't have to argue with her. I'm like, all right, I'm on my way home. And then I go home and my kids are there.
That's a good one. See, I've been thinking about that also. As far as like, speaking with their father and like deciding what's going to happen.
Right.
So I actually have him prepping.
Okay.
It was something that when we were dating, we used to talk about prepping all the time. So I started including him in like my prepping. Like I'll send him a message like, hey, I'm at the dollar store. They have X,
stuff.
Y, and Z. Yep. You should be grabbing these things.
Yeah. And then see in that sense, so if you can't get your son, you know he's okay.
Yes.
And then at least you got that whole calm feeling. Like you're not freaking out about, oh my God, what's going to happen to him. So that's why I'm like, you know what? That's the game plan. I don't care. Right now, money is not an option. It's the safety of my children.
Yep.
To make sure that they are okay.
I mean, think about throughout the year how much damn money we spend on our kids. Whether it's childcare or, they want to join a new sport and they need the uniform and this and that. We're constantly throwing money at, our children. So why not spend a few $100s right now?
That's not even
to protect your children.
That's not even
keep them alive.
That's not even
keep
the crazy
them comfortable for 30 days or 60 days or 90 days.
The people who are not prepping are also the same people who can go eat at a nice restaurant.
Yes.
And spend $50 on one meal when they could spend $50 on a couple of days. Yeah.
Yes.
Just in case shit hits the fan. Like that's what I don't understand.
Mm.
It's like you can consume, like you're laughing at me because I'm spending money prepping.
Yes.
But you could spend that same amount of money in a restaurant for
Mm-hmm.
one meal. One meal.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
you can't
and I mean
prep
these
yourself.
bills for these like single meals, like, you know, I spent the weekend. I went away with the girlfriends to Atlantic City in Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
We had a great weekend. Our first night we went to, you know, Bobby Flay's Steakhouse.
Yeah.
You know that was
easy,
a bill.
$100.
You know that was a bill.
That's half of what I spent on prepping
The next
so far.
day we spent the whole afternoon, you know, getting bottle service poolside because we were at a pool party, daytime pool party.
Mm-hmm.
That night we went to a buffet. More money, you know, like I spent so much money this weekend, but on my way down there, I stopped at a dollar store. I prepped a few things.
Yes, I saw your video.
Yeah.
Not only did you prep, you also made your video. Like you were multitasking.
Go.
All right.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this episode as much as we enjoyed it. You know, try to keep it lighthearted.
Enjoy our rants.
Speak from our minds, speak our hearts.
If you are tuning in, please join us for the next one. Mm-hmm. You know, like, comment, and subscribe.
All of that.
Yeah, hit the bell so you get notified when we post new rants. And take care of yourself. Love the ones you got. And stay positive.
Start where you are. Just stay positive. Start where you are. Tomorrow's a new day, a new opportunity.
Keep on trucking.
Let's do it.
Love you.